Hold on. Mike, good to see you again, bud. Thanks for sending me this video. Good posture for the most part. Now it is with the driver, so I wouldn't mind seeing if I was nitpicking this just a little bit taller in the knees. The main thing too, with having worked with you before, I'm not too worried about that little bit of under. Whoever's shooting this is shooting it basically head high, so they're shooting it down this way too much. And if they lowered the camera, which should be about hand height, it would actually go back closer to that line. But what we're seeing here, I think we were trying to get this right arm a little bit more squeezed in. Remember, the cross-handed drill will fix that. And we're going to try to do that. And the only reason why is because it's still a little on the steep side. It's still a little bit over it. And what is going to accompany a little steep is, voila, the dreaded chicken wings. So we need to get rid of that still. So you're doing much better. And I remember, obviously, with your hips, your knee, I remember, is your right knee. You can't really finish it. So what we need to do is really get that left elbow to fold down to the ground. Let me just kind of show you someone here. This is Tiger, and on the way down, his elbow's down more. So that's the image I want you to see. So a great, and just kind of look at where the bicep is and the forearm in relation to yours. So that's why you're still going to be slicing it, and that's why you're still going to be losing about 20 yards. Once you can learn to release this, you will hit it a lot farther. So, we need to keep it simple. Let's look at this from, let me grab someone else here. Boo Weekly with the driver. And it's kind of like, let me just kind of find you again. But I want you to understand that as this goes, it's kind of a mirror image. As you take the club back, your right arm is getting a little bit wide, just a little bit, and you can see how Boo's is staying a little bit more in front of him. So his elbow is down a little bit more. So it's that mirror image thing. Your right elbow gets a little wide. We could put a ball, I think we did that in our golf school. If we put a little ball in between your arms, it would fall out, whereas you could see a little ball in between his arms, it stays in there. Well, that ball will stay in there on the way down, and it will stay there on the way through. That is the image I want you to kind of get in your mind of where his left arm is. Alright? That is the issue. So you can work on this literally with 7 irons, and just take and grab, hold the club with your left hand, take your right hand and grab your left elbow, and on the way, make a backswing. Don't worry about anything in the backswing, but on the way through, try to super glue this elbow down to your rib cage, and just really feel that release of how that's happening. That's what Boo Weekly's doing here. At this point, that elbow is down. So you can see again, if I showed you Boo at that point, or Tiger at that point, they look very similar. Whereas with yours, okay, I'm not going to beat the dead horse here, but I just want to show you that it looks there, there, there. Whereas for them, it's kind of a straight line. You can work on the L to L drill. The L to L drill will feel that as well. You'll learn how to fold that left elbow down. But you got to work on the right elbow down on the backswing, because it is sort of a mirror image. I hope to see you on November 7th. Let's just stay in touch, and we'll see if that works out, if our schedules work out together. See you, buddy.